So USDT. People sleep on stablecoin trading when it comes to AI arbitrage, and honestly, that used to be my take too. Like intuitively, it feels like there's not enough price movement to make anything meaningful. But after running serious session volume on USDT specifically over the past couple years, the logic behind that is pretty different from what most assume. The edge isn't in price swing, it's in spread differentials across chains and venues. And USDT has enough volume and enough cross-chain presence that those spreads are constantly there if the system is fast enough to catch them. So this video is a full USDT session on a platform that's been in active testing here for a long time. Years of consistent use, not a fresh look. Let's just walk through it. So, taking the setup one step at a time because each setting here actually does something specific. Starting with preset selection, safe, optimal, aggressive. On USDT, this choice plays out a bit differently than on volatile assets. Since there's no dramatic price movement to account for, the preset is mostly defining how aggressively the system hunts for spread opportunities and how much capital it deploys per position.
Okay, neural network next. This is the AI model that runs everything, and the model choice on USDT is worth thinking about for a second. Stablecoin arbitrage is a precision game. The margins on each individual trade are tighter than something like BTC or ETH, so the model needs to be really selective about which opportunities are worth taking and which ones get eaten by fees before they pay off. When there's no strong read on current cross-chain conditions, auto-select handles the model assignment automatically. Okay, capital amount. Whatever makes sense for this one. Network selection is especially relevant on USDT. The platform reads live blockchain data and ranks available networks by current congestion and real-time fee rates. And on stablecoin sessions, this step has an outsized effect on results, because when the margin per trade is already tight, picking a congested network with elevated fees can turn a profitable session into a flat one pretty quickly. The system surfaces the cleanest options available at that exact moment, which takes that guesswork off the table entirely. Okay, then authentication. Two options. Wallet Connect handles the whole thing automatically, or manual where the transaction gets submitted step by step. Going manual just keeps everything visible.
Okay, model loads, system runs initial calculations, reads current cross-chain conditions, and the session goes live. So now we can step back for a few minutes and watch how it works. Okay, bot stopped, results are on screen. Total balance, net profit, trade count, win rate, and runtime. And on USDT session, the win rate is the number worth paying closest attention to. Profit per trade is small by design, that's just the nature of stablecoin arbitrage, but when the win rate sits where it does across that trade volume, the aggregate adds up in a way that actually makes a lot of sense as a consistent strategy. Okay, now let's withdraw. USDT selected, receiving address goes in here, one moment. And press confirm. Okay, now protocol's processing transactions, so while that runs, worth getting into why AI agents make such a specific difference on stablecoin trading. USDT arbitrage is genuinely one of the harder things to execute well manually. The windows are small, the margins are tight, and the number of active venues and chains where USDT trades simultaneously is a lot to monitor at once. AI holds all of that in real time, every cross-chain spread, every fee fluctuation, every liquidity shift across venues, and acts on it in timeframes that no manual setup gets close to. That's not an exaggeration, it's just what the session data consistently shows. And on USDT specifically, where everything depends on catching the right moment at the right cost, that speed advantage translates directly into the win rate. And after enough years in the space, that kind of track record is honestly the clearest signal there is. Anyway, that's everything. Full USDT session from setup to withdrawal, results, the whole breakdown. Any questions about specific steps or anything that wasn't clear, drop them in comments. Genuinely go through those. Hope this was useful. See you in the next one.